Commemoration Day was designed as a day to remember and reflect on those who died while serving in the U.S. military. Sadly, it's developed from deep thinking and great gratitude into the launch of parties for summer. Thank you for being here to help us remember and restore its original intent and the reason that we remember. We don't place enough importance on remembering. It's been noted that a society which loses its ability to remember, reflect, and revere heroic people and proven principles is in danger of losing a great deal more. One writer put it, "What we forget, our children may never know. What our children do not know, our grandchildren will not possess." Oliver Wendell Holmes, who served on this U.S. Supreme Court and was a Civil War veteran, spoke on May 30th, 1884, to the question of why the young should care about Memorial Day and why all should continue to observe it. He said, "So to the indifferent inquirer who asked why Memorial Day is still kept up, we may answer, it celebrates and solemnly reaffirms from year to year a national act of enthusiasm and faith. It embodies in the most impressive form our belief that to act with enthusiasm and faith is the condition of acting greatly. Acting greatly by enthusiasm and faith is what those who have died in the service of this country have done. Those who acted should not only be remembered and celebrated, they must be emulated." We don't often pause to remember the price of freedom or how favorable and fortunate we are today for the freedoms we have here in this country. Memorial Day and services like this one offer us that chance. Trying to better remember myself, I took an unusual approach to preparing for a speech on the Senate floor. I went to Arlington National Cemetery. I had no real plan. I just went to observe and see what I would feel. I shared my experience on the Senate floor, and if you're okay, I'd like to share it with you today. While visiting that hallowed ground, I found myself drawn to reading the names and the information on the white stones. Korea, World War I, World War II, Vietnam, and sadly some of the names, unknown, 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 rows and rows of unknown. And occasionally on the back, names like Ethel, Ruth, Alta, with the simple words, his wife. I paused to try and hear the voices of those laid to rest in that sacred place. What would they say to me, a U.S. Senator charged with safeguarding the Constitution and the freedoms they gave their life to defend? What would they say to you? Sometimes I think I heard their voices whisper very gently, and sometimes they spoke with striking clarity. I don't think they care about my political party. Those honored there don't care if future generations have the latest gadget or a life of ease. But I believe they do care deeply that those generations have souls. Souls with a strength forged by doing hard things. Souls that cherish freedom, pursue peace, and carry the moral courage to stand for what's right. They remind me that the Constitution is not just a clever document, it's divinely inspired. President Ronald Reagan said freedom is one of the deepest and noblest aspirations of the human spirit. Those who rest beneath the white stones at Arlington and here and cemeteries around the world didn't die just so Americans could live free. They died so that freedom could take root wherever the human spirit longs for it. Their legacy isn't just national, it's universal. And their sacrifice calls us to a higher standard. Two stones caught my attention right next to each other. William W. Kirby and William W. Kirby Jr. The father had fought in World War I and lived 85 years. The son fought in World War II and died in combat, earning a Purple Heart. Family. It hit me. I recognized that families fight for freedom. And as an American family, we should all celebrate Memorial Day as if we had lost our son, our daughter, our husband, our friend, because we have. Our honored dead are indeed our brothers and sisters. So let's remember that we honor best those who have gone before by standing for freedom today. So my hope is today that we will truly remember, that our children may know and our grandchildren may possess freedom and liberty. It's incumbent on every American to remember and then to act greatly. Thank you for allowing me to be here with you today.